morning, another day, another wedding prep vlog. We are officially 2 weeks out from the wedding weekend starting. So it is the Friday 2 weeks before. So really my mind, my vlogs, everything are gonna be pretty wedding prep centric. Getting ahead on work, getting all my workouts in, feeling my best, keeping stress low. Most of the big things are done. I'm really just focused on like outfits and things like that right now. Finalizing accessories, picking up my stuff from the tailor, you know, like seating chart, all the big things are done. Thank God. So now I'm just focusing on staying sane, not letting other people's stress or chaos get to me, and just stay in my little bubble and be excited because I worked 2 years to throw this event and I want to enjoy every second of it, and I have waited 14 years to marry this man. So I am like soaking up every second of it because I know that this next month is gonna fly by. So I'm having fun with like the prep of it all. This morning is my final session with my personal trainer Tatiana, which I'm so upset about because she is going back to Florida. She was in New York for the summer and then she goes back there. She will be moving back here next year, and she does do like continued programming on her app, so I could pay around $100 a month to like keep up with the program and do it on my own. She also does virtual training, so I'm gonna think about how I can maybe continue to work with her while not spending like too much because my gym membership is pretty expensive. Something to think about post-wedding. We are taking my progress photos today. We did take like before photos, I think 4 months ago or 3 months ago. So we're gonna take a little after photo situation right now, which I'm a little upset about because I am feeling constipated. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna put on some face sunscreen. It looks pretty warm out today. Some deodorant, and let's get this last final personal training session in. She is gonna give me a few workouts for the next 2 weeks just for maintenance, but I believe this is like the peak of our lifts. The next week is like maintenance, and then the final week, which is wedding week, is more like low impact only, flush the body out, lots of walks, things like that. I'm gonna be running around getting my steps in, just like getting things done, honestly, but no crazy workouts or lifts that week. I'm a very goal-oriented person, so I'm like, I was able to do all of my big long runs for marathon training because I had the why of like feeling strong on marathon day. I've been able to really pour myself into the strength training journey and my workout split like I haven't been able to before because I had this goal of like this aesthetic journey and wedding and Mexico, and just I find like these reasons and goals and almost end dates really push me in my workouts to see results. And so I don't know what the journey's gonna be post-wedding. I always find something, but I'm curious to see how I can kind of maintain this because I would really love for this to just be a lifestyle and like just get stronger and like keep up with this situation. So we'll see. It's gonna ebb and flow because I know I'm gonna run another marathon at some point, but I've been loving this journey. So let's go to our final session. I have about 10 minutes until I have to go, so I'm just unboxing some stuff I got. If you've gotten married and you're anything like me, you know that the shopping never ends. Not only do I have all of the wedding events for the weekend, like the brunch and all the things, I then go to Mexico for a week, and then I come back and I have Ethan's and one of my best friends' rehearsal dinners and weddings, and then the following week we have one of my best friends also their rehearsal dinner and wedding. So I'm just like shopping up a storm and like enjoying it, and it is what it is. I'm getting packages like every day, like my poor wallet, but I'm just unboxing some stuff. I'm not gonna try anything on right now, but they're really cute. Kind of wanted just like a cute shoe for my brunch the morning after, so I'll just have to see if these are comfortable. They kind of feel comfortable. They're from Ray. Honestly, I might just return and get dupes on Zara because Zara has the best shoes. They're always so reasonably priced and like most of the time quite comfortable. But I'm just trying I'm like ordering everything that I possibly find right now because I just want to get it all. I'm really on top of my returns, so I don't mind. You know, like I will literally return all of this tomorrow probably. This is adorable. I thought this sweater with white jeans could be cute for, we're just doing like a little farm to table buffet, come and go as you please, the morning after the wedding at my hotel. So I just want like a cozy, cute outfit. Yeah, so we'll try all that later. All right, now we have to go. Okay, that was sad. I really didn't want to leave her, but the timing couldn't have worked out more perfectly. If you've been watching the vlogs, I wasn't even going to do a personal trainer, and she came back into town. Oh my god, that could have been so much worse. Okay. No clue what I was saying, but we're gonna do a little post-workout meal. I feel like I've been eating this every day for months, and it is just yogurt. I'm very into skyr. My favorite is Icelandic Provisions, I believe is the brand, but I couldn't find it today, so I got Siggy's, which is my other favorite. I love the taste of like Faye yogurt, but when I have too much of straight Greek yogurt, for some reason, it's always been this way, it starts hurting my stomach, so I switched over to this kind of situation. I just ran to a health food store near me and got, I hate RX bars, but I love their oat-based RX bars. They're so good. And I like those before I head out for a run, and I'm running tomorrow. And I got this chicken salad to eat just today at some point. I've become like a bunch of small meals throughout the day kind of girl instead of like one big meal. Just lifestyle-wise, that's how it's been going. So I do like a cup of yogurt. I'll do half a scoop of Promix vanilla protein powder. Tastes really good. I find that it kind of tastes like pancake batter when you mix it all together. Not everyone loves, and maybe you just have to get used to it, protein powder in general or add it into things. I love, like I've been craving this every day, protein powder in my yogurt. Like there's enough protein in the yogurt on its own, but I just like adding a vanilla flavoring kind of, and it's so good, and added protein like thickens it up. I don't know, something about it just really gets me going. Some blackberries and some seeds for some fiber. Put some chia. And I like to kind of cut the berries up because I just find that it adds a little more flavoring, like the whole thing gets some berry in there. Breakfast is served. And I had 2 hard-boiled eggs before my workout, so I've been loving just making a bunch of hard-boiled eggs. It makes breakfast in the morning so easy, just protein, get to the gym, and then this is like such a treat after the gym. I have also, over the last few months, gotten really good about not having 2 coffees a day. I just feel like if there's anything I can do for minimizing these crazy symptoms I get before my period, just minimizing anxiety throughout the day and also avoiding that 3 p.m. slump and also avoiding that feeling where you can't fall asleep at night. I just feel like it's really benefiting me. I really was craving one today, and maybe on a normal day it would have been like, it's Friday, get a second coffee. But 2 weeks out from my wedding, I'm like, let's just keep this going. I think the 1 coffee a day. We can't risk a bad sleep. We can't risk my nervous system being all over the place. I'm trying to just kind of like keep this consistent routine so that my hormonal fluctuations aren't crazy. All right, let's watch something. While we're on the topic of meals, my favorite dessert has been scooping, like I cut a kiwi in half and I just scoop and eat it like with a spoon. It's so good. And last night I mixed like chocolate granola with Ezekiel cereal, kiwi, blackberries, and milk, and it was so good. Sometimes if I had a light dinner and I'm like still hungry, I'll even make this for dessert, like a second meal. Someone commented on one of my last videos saying like, could you talk through what you eat in a day? And I find those videos sometimes like pretty toxic. So just trying to sprinkle in some more meal ideas throughout my regular content. These berries weren't like mushy enough, but when you put blackberries or raspberries in and you cut them up, it kind of adds to the flavor of the whole situation. I'll shower after this. All right, I've quite literally been just working at my desk all day. And now I'm going to a dance lesson with Ethan, which is super cute. We're going to Maya Moves to do a little lesson on our first dance. I honestly don't think I would have done it, but I kind of wanted the cute date night. I've actually been dreading in general the first dance. I can't dance, I don't dance, and the idea of the entire wedding watching us dance was just like not what I wanted to do. So I was actually debating just doing like a last dance instead, which like at the end of the after party when we're just like drunk with just our friends, we just like make it the last song of the night, which I guess I could still do, but there's just so many decisions and whatnot that I'm like, you know what, like, let me just leave it. You know what I mean? Like, I keep wanting to do that, and then I've like mentioned it to my planner before, and I feel like she thought I was joking, and so I kind of just left it. So we're just gonna see how this dance lesson goes, and if I feel like, oh, this is cute and fun, let's keep it, then I will. If I'm like, this is gonna be awful, and like, whatever, it'll be a cute, silly thing. We are dancing to the song Real Love Baby by Father John Misty because we danced to that in our Airbnb all night the night we got engaged. So we were like, perfect. So I figured we could create a cute little reel getting a little dance lesson. I don't necessarily want like a choreographed to do, but I just want to kind of like look like I'm not just swaying in place like an idiot. So we'll do some cute choreography. I mean, we're paying for it. So if they want to teach us something simple that I won't be like stressing out about, like I don't want to be thinking about my dance or stressing about it. I like have such trouble following choreography in general and like remembering dances. So if it's going to stress me out at all, like we're not doing it. But I thought it'd be a really cute, like lighthearted date night for us leading up to the wedding. So it's a Friday night. We're going to go do our little dance lesson and then grab some food. So if you need some inspiration for something to do that's like lighthearted before your wedding, do a dance lesson and do it on a weekend, because the other offerings were like Wednesdays at 7 and I'm just happy we're doing it 5 p.m. on a Friday. We can like go grab dinner after. So this should be cute. I really wanted to feel girly and like wear a little skirt and make it cute and playful, but I have not pooped in 2 days. I'm so constipated. So I'm wearing like, hold on. So I'm wearing like as if I'm going to a hip hop class. Just so annoying because I'm really happy with how I look right now. And a little skirt would have been great, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work in your favor. So we're gonna wear some like hip hop loose pants for this dance. I literally put on leggings and I was like, oh, these are coming off. People are gonna say, congrats, are you pregnant? So we're playing it safe. I'm very proud of myself because I have been really getting ahead of work today and yesterday, like not too involved. There's like not much to do with wedding planning. I do have to like get ahead of my packing lists and like start getting things together and like accessories and stuff, but sometimes you just need a break. It's the same thing with editing for my job. Like sometimes I just, even if my to-do list is really big, like you need to step away from the project. So we're stepping away from wedding planning for a sec. It'll be okay. And we'll reconnect with the fun part of planning through this little dance lesson and date night. And I'm sure, per usual, Ethan will be better than me. So every time we dance, like slow dance at a wedding, we fight, not like an actual fight, because he says I have 2 left feet and I don't know what I'm doing. And I say, yeah, so. All right, that's about it. All right, we're both going for a run today. We have to do our my run versus your run video today, okay?
Okay.
If you ever want a free marathon bib, this is what you gotta do. We're gonna practice our dance lesson from yesterday, but the teacher was like telling us what came next the whole time, so I don't.
Real quick?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to do it.
Nothing complicated happens until the chorus.
Okay. Currently into me.
Right? Look at all that room you
I
got.
gotta
Yeah.
set you up.
Yeah.
I
I'm
see.
like I'm trying to navigate you. Yeah.
My wedding is 2 weeks from today. It actually, like the weekend would have already started. So we have a Friday night and actually go upstate Thursday night. So my wedding weekend started 2 weeks from yesterday. That's why I keep getting confused with the countdown. I'm like, okay, technically today's 2 weeks, but also like wedding weekend is the last. So I'm freaking out. I'm so happy that I'm tapping into excitement because so much of wedding planning can be so triggering and so not fun and so negative and like things that you in the beginning are like, that'll never be me. It's just inevitable dealing with multiple families, how expensive weddings are, especially in New York. Like it is truly just inevitable. Planning a wedding with a full-time job, like all of it. It's, like I just said 8 times, inevitable. Luckily, thank God, Ethan is a very even-keeled person person. He doesn't really care about the wedding as far as like, there's no big dreams or any. Actually, I think I've mentioned this before. He just wanted the vibe of like very us and upstate. He didn't want to do the whole like country club wedding that we're used to going to. He was like, if we're doing it, I want it to feel very us, and I'm certain accomplished that. But other than that, everything else, you know, he was like Team Jen for it. Like anytime I was upset, we never had any arguments about like disagreeing about who should be invited or like defending each other's families or anything like that. We've always been kind of on the same page, or he just like, something was really affecting me and he doesn't care. So he was just like trying to make sure I was okay. So luckily me and him have been fine the whole time. Great, actually. Don't remember why I got into that rant, but he just left. We've been doing a lot of, if you've not been watching my shorts, my TikToks, my reels, we do a lot of like my fiance versus me workouts, because everyone in my real life knows how insane Ethan is compared to like the average person. But there's so many running influencers and people online that I just never thought to like show his workouts or anything really, because I share mine, but I did it for fun one time and it popped off, and then I kept making them and they perform really well. So I'm like, this is fun. It's like a fun thing for me and him to film together. So usually we start our runs together, but he is already out the door. And that's usually when I do like my big 10-mile runs where I run up to Central Park with him, and then we kind of leave each other at Central Park. He speeds up. Sometimes we like reconvene, but he ends up running home. That's like his usual run, which is like a half marathon. And I will run the loop in the park, hit 10 miles, and then subway home. But since there's 2 weeks to the wedding, I actually don't want to do a 10-mile run or anything crazy. Still crazy. I want to do a 6-mile run. I still want to like have my long run and get a lot of cardio in. But I think when you do 10 miles, it can just lead to fatigue, being really hungry. I don't know. I just feel like it could kind of throw me off. And I feel like my last 2 weeks until the wedding is almost like a taper in like marathon training. I feel like I'm tapering, I'm maintaining. So like my workouts in the gym, my trainer described it as like we just hit our peak lift week. So for months, it's like we kind of build up and then go down, which is the same thing you do in marathon training actually. So we just hit like our peak week and now we're going to like maintenance. And so I'm gonna kind of consider it the same for running. I feel like I did a lot of working out this week, like strength training, and I don't really feel like my body is in shape to run 10 miles. Like I almost think my back's been hurting. I'm definitely gonna be tight because I don't stretch enough after my workouts. And so I think like 1 loop around the park will be great. If I'm feeling like I need some more, I'll do the smaller loop, like another 3. But I'm gonna try to keep it at just like an hour of running, and then maybe I'll come back and do some abs or nothing at all. And then I have a free day. So I'm gonna eat brunch with Ethan, go get him a pocket square for his Friday night outfit. And then he has plans with friends tonight, and I think, seeing my sister or just chilling. So I'm gonna like try on outfits and stuff for the wedding. I intentionally, this weekend and next, made no plans. I knew that I was gonna wanna like run errands or like start my packing list, even start packing for the wedding or like for Mexico where we're going right after. There's just like, I just want space, you know? And then tomorrow, but maybe tonight if I have a free night, if I don't end up seeing my sister, I really need to write my vows. I think it's time. I just put so much pressure on my vows because I want them to be absolutely perfect. I've been thinking about this forever. If you're new here, I've been with him for 14 years, and I have a notes like on my phone and in the notes app. I have a note called Vows that I've been writing in it since 2021. So I have like pages and pages of sentiments, and it's just like a big task to go. So I think what I'm gonna do is like sit down, listen to our songs, get in the mood, read through my entire notes app and pull things that like I want to include. Because I'm sure there's a lot of cringe in there that I do not want to include. So let's get our run in. Let's subway up to Central Park, do the loop, and come back. And maybe I'll do like abs and arms at the gym or something later or tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. 1 mile, pulling for marathon training. If I can run the first 5 miles of a marathon with a cramp and not stop, I can run through this one. That's 4. Ethan made eggs with our leftover brisket from Rosh Hashanah, like a good Jew. Tell everyone how many miles you ended up running, you psycho.
20.
Tell everyone what you're training for.
Life.
Psycho!
I hadn't done more than 13.5 miles in like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it would have been a shame.
I just needed to remind myself that I can.
Do you feel reminded?
Yeah.
Do you feel good?
At like mile 17, it all went downhill.
You didn't feel good, but you were like, I'm close, so let me just get to 20?
I was a little, because I went slow, I was like, okay, I shouldn't ever like hit a wall. kind of hit a wall.
And I got a haircut. My haircut 2 weeks out. I basically begged her to keep the length. I was like, please, I think it's every bride's nightmare that you would chop her hair off. And she kept it very long. Even the front pieces, I was like, you know what, just be conservative because the girl at the wedding can always make them shorter. So I'm very happy. All right, now I have time to kill, so I'm just gonna edit this video of my run versus Ethan's. Coffee's ready. Good morning. I gotta go to the gym. It is Monday morning. We gotta get after it, but I have to finish my coffee first. Just ignore all of our underwear and socks hanging on the sconsa. We live in New York City. Like, you gotta get creative, you know? I wanted to talk through a few things. Number one, yes, I'm wearing the same outfit that I wear all the time because I vlog on Mondays a lot. And something I've been doing is I've kind of accepted that I wear the same outfits all the time and started thinking of it as like, oh, I know what outfit works for which workout, so let's just roll with it. Taking out the guesswork of like what workout I'm gonna do every week has been so helpful in staying consistent with my workout routine. So not only did I figure out what works and like Mondays I do strength, Tuesdays I do SLT and a long walk. Like I have my weekly split, which once you nail that, oh my God, it is like so exciting once you have like your routine down and things are working after a few months. I'm gonna try to like stick with that cadence and routine. However, I've kind of just accepted that like I wear the same outfits all the time. So this is my outfit for the gym. I wear it all the time. People probably see me at the gym and think I have no other clothes. Don't care. I have a few sets that I rotate for SLT because I wouldn't necessarily wear those in the gym, but perfect for Pilates. So if you find yourself like struggling to get dressed in the morning, just find your outfit that works and like keep repeating it, whatever. But something I actually wanted to talk through really quick, and this is gonna sound so, not shallow, but maybe conceited, but hopefully it doesn't come off that way. People have been saying to me the last 2 weeks, you're glowing, you're glowing, you're glowing. And after like the third person, you're like, okay, maybe I am glowing. You kind of look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I think like everything I've been doing is really working, because obviously right before your wedding you're doing more than, I don't think about my appearance this much ever. So before your wedding you're like putting extra money and splurge and time and energy into things that you don't usually, at least for me, even just with supplements and stuff, like you're just staying more on top of it. So I wanted to kind of shout out, as I was thinking just now while I was like brushing my eyebrows up, I was like, what have I been doing? Like for my own stock for the future, what have I been doing that has led to like my skin and everything just feeling very glowy? So I'm gonna talk through every single thing. Take what you wanna try, leave the rest, but when I see someone doing things that work, I'm like, I want to hear every detail, so I'm going to share. But once I finish this coffee, I got to get out the door, so we will finish it en route to the gym. Number one, let's start with supplements. I have been taking the Peach Collagen Plus powder from Thorne. It can be a little clumpy, but I use a frother and it's not clumpy at all. So at night when I want like a sweet taste, I'll have it at night with my Armra. I'll just froth it up in water, or like if I want something sweet after lunch while I'm working, I'll do it then. So I definitely think that's been contributing to just hair growth, skin, all of that, like collagen. I also have been using this skin conditioner from Japan. So I have the type of skin where I'll look better the less I touch it, which has been kind of hard for me during this time. So I added one thing into my routine, which is like a toner. It's called a skin conditioner from Albion. And it is really great after I work out and my skin's kind of like inflamed from the gym or whatever, or I run. I'll come home, wash my face, and I use that, and it just kind of helps calm the skin. It's super sensitive, super gentle. But since I've started using it like 2 months ago, I really have seen that I feel like my skin just looks like less textured. So I'll link that below too. So that's like as far as products, those are 2 new things I've introduced during this time. And then as far as like facials and services, this feels so like superficial and like, look at me, I look amazing, but you know that that's not what this is, right? I really hope. All right, let's do this on the move, because who wants to sit here and listen to me talk? Let's go, people. All right, now I have to find a quieter street to talk to myself, talk to you guys. All right, I whipped the microphone out because it's loud out here, but services. So one thing I've been doing a couple times, just like once a month, for the last 2 months, I've done it like twice, and then I'll do my last one on the week of the wedding, is facial acupuncture with Solmay. So that helps just firm the skin and produce more collagen, and it's kind of like a natural alternative to Botox. And I think combined with all the things I just mentioned I'm doing, it's really supported my skin in like a natural, less invasive way. and also really just helped calm my nervous system because she would do body acupuncture at the same time. Also want to note, I get a lot of this stuff for free because of the work that I do on social media, being like trying out wellness trends. So obviously this like isn't realistic to do all of this stuff, but I'm just sharing because there might be something that you're able to implement, even just one thing. Also, like, I just like to know what people are doing when they're seeing results, because it is so hard to finally see results, whether it's wanting that bridal glow or fitness or whatever it is. I could do a whole separate video on like actually seeing fitness results, because that is a whole separate beast that I want also my personal trainer to be a part of. So I'll do that after the wedding. But the other thing I've been doing once a week for the last few weeks is Face Gym. Again, I had a gift card from Face Gym. I saved it for a year. They had given me a gift card like over a year ago, and I saved it for leading up to my wedding to use them all. But for me, I don't really deal with like acne prone skin. I have redness and rosacea, so that's why a gentle approach on my skin is best, because I can aggravate it pretty easily. But I do deal with like puffiness and inflammation, and that's like around my whole body. That's where the nutrition piece comes in too. But when I feel my best is when I feel the least puffy. So my biggest thing as far as like facials and what I want to do leading up to the wedding is just getting my face like as sculpted as possible and depuffed as possible, as opposed to like extractions and all that kind of stuff just for my personal skin. So at Face Gym, they do gua sha. They basically like beat up your face. They do electrical, muscular stimulation, whatever it's called. And if you go weekly, it's almost like muscle memory and your face will be snatched. So I think that's been helping a lot. And then I think just the fitness and nutrition is probably also a huge contributor to that glow and just glowing from the inside out and feeling sculpted in your face and all of that. So I think that covered most of it. But yeah, I've been trying my best to just eat anti-inflammatory, not really drink, but like I've mentioned, if I'm out with friends or something, like I'll eat whatever. But yeah, I've just been trying to cook more at home and cook more anti-inflammatory, nothing crazy, and just lower the fats a little bit, because I realized that the fats were really sneaking up on me in my diet. Like I had a really high fat diet, all healthy fats, but I think it was contributing to some bloating. So anywhoosie, let's get to the gym. All right, I don't really have groceries. Gotta get that today, so drinking some kachava. I don't really sweat easily, so when I don't do cardio and I know I'm gonna like go sweat like running around the city all day, I just shower later. Like I literally didn't sweat at all. So I'm gonna work for an hour, then I gotta go run a few errands, keep working, the whole thing. So I'm gonna leave you here. Thank you for keeping up with the vlogs if you have been. I'm really just soaking in the bliss. Stay and chill. Most wedding stuff is pretty much done, other than like packing and beauty stuff and like the fun stuff. So next week is wedding week. So just gotta get through this week and work a lot. I wanna get ahead of work so that next week I can pretty much take off for the most part, not really worry about work. And then the week after I'll be in Mexico like completely checked out. So thank you for watching the vlogs. Comment down below if there's anything that you want me to speak more on in the next vlog. We're so close. Love you. Subscribe if you're new.